Welcome to Debate Combats, where sharp minds clash and fresh ideas spark. Tonight's motion is simple to say and complex to judge. Should NGOs run seasonal cuffing season relationship education campaigns in rural communities to reduce loneliness and boost well-being? Rural towns often face long winters, long drives, and long stretches of social isolation, which can intensify during the so-called cuffing season. NGOs claim they can deliver low-cost workshops on consent, boundaries, communication, and mental health literacy when demand for connection peaks. Critics argue this is paternalistic branding, a misread of culture, and a poor use of scarce funds. On the affirmative, the women's team argues yes, do it, with care and consent at the center. On the negative, the men's team argues no, local dignity and priorities come first. You will hear evidence, logic, and lived experience, all trimmed for clarity and ready for challenge. Affirmative team, the floor is yours. Lead with your case.
We say yes because timely, opt-in education helps rural neighbors form healthier bonds when loneliness is highest.
I underscore that loneliness is linked to anxiety, sleep problems, and heart risks, so teaching skills for safe closeness is a public health move.
Call the program seasonal and honest. We meet people where they are, not where a brochure wishes they were.
Picture free evening sessions at the library or church hall, childcare provided, and a quiet sign-up list to protect privacy and dignity.
The curriculum is straightforward. How to ask clearly, how to hear no, how to set boundaries, and how to support friends who struggle.
A pilot model keeps cost low, train local volunteers, pay one coordinator, and share templates any NGO can adapt.
Seasonality is not a gimmick but a nudge. We schedule when motivation to connect is naturally higher, which raises attendance without heavy advertising.
Rural culture is respected. The trainers are local women and men. The examples use farm shifts, hunting weekends, and church potlucks.
This is harm reduction for relationships, fewer coercive situations, fewer drunken DMs, more mutual decisions made in the daylight.
We pre-register to avoid crowds, we use anonymous question cards, and we partner with clinics for referrals when needed.
Young adults get tools before patterns harden, and older adults get a path back to community after loss or divorce.
No one is shamed for wanting warmth in winter. We normalize care, not pressure, so consent can feel strong, not fragile.
If results falter, we sunset it, but let us test a humane fix rather than tweet platitudes, while rural suicide rates remain stubborn.
Our ask is modest: one season, one county, one careful dashboard with attendance, satisfaction, and referral outcomes.
Affirmative rests on a clear principle. When the calendar raises risk, education should raise readiness.
Thank you, affirmative. Now let us hear from the negative. Negative team, state your case.
We say no because slapping cuffing season on rural life imports a city meme that trivializes local values.
It feels like a label that says you are lonely and in need of fixing, which stings more than it helps.
NGOs drift when missions stretch. Today it is romance classes. Tomorrow it is apps and speed dating kiosks, all with grants that vanish next year.
People remember being studied and then abandoned, so trust erodes when projects arrive on a timer and leave as soon as the headline fades.
Education is not neutral if it nudges. Scheduling during a supposed desire spike is soft engineering, not simple teaching.
If you are grieving, broke, or tired, a seasonal campaign can feel like bright posters telling you to pair up or miss out.
Scarce funds should go to clinics, transport, broadband, and year-round youth centers, not seasonal seminars about texting etiquette.
We already meet at games, diners, and faith groups, so empower those spaces rather than parachuting in workshop scripts.
Privacy risks are real in small towns. Attendance lists, sign-in sheets, and partner NGOs create trails that gossip can follow.
When you see your boss or ex in the same class, you do not feel safer, you feel cornered, which defeats the whole promise.
The phrase harm reduction is misused here. Relationships are not substances, and risk cannot be tidied with a seasonal toolkit.
Dignity should be the first principle, and dignity starts by asking communities what they want in their words and on their timeline.
If there must be support, fund confidential counseling vouchers, and quiet ride shares to existing care, not glossy campaigns.
Let us resist the urge to brand human need with a trendy season, because people are not trends, they are neighbors.
Negative rests on stewardship. Spend carefully, honor culture, and build slow, not seasonal.
Affirmative team, you have the mic. Drive your point with crisp force.
Let me press the advantage. Timely education lowers harm when loneliness peaks, and that is the whole ballgame.
Negative team, your turn to answer that strike with clarity.
Our defense starts here. Need is real, but branding help as cuffing season turns concern into a slogan.
I add that once a slogan sticks, funding chases the headline, not the patient work locals actually asked for.
Negative team, keep the momentum. Aim a clean shot at the heart of the plan.
Their plan nudges choices under the cover of education, and subtle pressure is still pressure.
Affirmative team, answer that critique straight and fast.
Pressure is exactly what we refuse. Consent and opt-in are the gatekeepers of every session we propose.
Negative side, escalate with a two-voice push, leader and supporter. Keep it tight.
Leader speaking. The calendar is a poor proxy for care, because love does not obey a season, and policy should not either.
Supporter here. Data on loneliness is year-round, so if you act, fund quiet counseling and rides every month, not winter-themed workshops.
When programs chase a season, staff vanish by spring, and trust takes longer than a winter to grow.
Put the money into broadband and clinics so people can reach help privately, and skip posters that spark gossip on Main Street.
Thank you, Negative. I am reclaiming the floor for the affirmative pair. Leader and supporter, concise and punchy.
Leader speaking. Seasonality is a scheduling tool, not a cage, and it aligns help with motivation, which boosts attendance and outcomes.
Supporter here, we can track consent comprehension, referral uptake and satisfaction, and sunset the pilot if signals are weak.
Our workshops standardize language on boundaries, so people stop guessing and start asking with respect.
We also pair with clinics for warm handoffs, which means someone does not fall through the cracks after the session ends.
I am pacing us forward. Negative team, offer a two-person defense, one answer role and one challenger to turn the tide.
Answering first, we accept the goal of respect, but respect begins with listening tours run by locals, not seasonal scripts.
Challenging now. Can the plan promise no lists, no photos, no leaks, and no pressure from employers? Or is that wishful thinking?
Affirmative team, back to you for a two-person defense. First the responder, then a teammate who spots the weak seams.
Responder here, privacy is designed in with anonymous cards, optional signups, and third-party data handling, and we will drop any site that cannot meet the bar.
Weakness spotter speaking. The fragile point is optics, so we will rename the series to Warm Winter Skills and avoid buzzwords that sound like trends.
Judges, midpoint pulse check please. State which bench you lean toward. Praise one's strength there, warn of a flaw across the aisle, and send both teams back with fuel.
I lean affirmative right now because the plan blends empathy with a measurable pilot, but you must prove that consent lessons survive outside the room. Negative, your best note is dignity through slow building, yet you risk offering no near-term relief, so bring a concrete month one alternative.
I lean negative for the moment because you center trust and confidentiality, which small towns need like oxygen, but do not throw away the season as a chance to mobilize volunteers. Affirmative. Your frame on harm reduction is strong, yet watch your labels, because one careless word can scar a neighbor's pride.
I am narrowly with the negative due to stewardship of funds, but if the affirmative shows airtight privacy and local leadership, I can be moved. Both sides, keep the temperature high and the rhetoric cool, because clarity beats fireworks in this ring.
Round 2 opens with new angles only. Negative team, send your striker first.
New angle, seasonal romance workshops ignore men's mental health stigma, and a poster about connection will not pull a farmer from a 12-hour shift.
Affirmative team, defend with one clear voice.
We answer by taking the workshop to the shift, short modules at the co-op, the diner, and the feed store, led by peers who speak the schedule.
Affirmative team, keep the blade out, deliver one fresh attack.
Fresh attack. A seasonal frame lets us recruit retired nurses and teachers during the lull, multiplying trusted messengers without adding payroll.
Negative team. Your shield, one voice, hold the line.
We hold that volunteers cannot replace licensed care, and a swarm of well-meant talks can crowd out the quiet path to a counselor.
Affirmative pair, leader then supporter. Push a new line with specifics.
Leader speaking, we integrate, not replace, by using workshops as soft referrals and installing a standing signpost to real services.
Supporter here. Every session ends with a simple card. Here is where to call. Here is a ride if you need it. And here is a number that answers after midnight.
Negative pair, leader then supporter. Answer with equal detail and bite.
Leader speaking, you still center the workshop, so when winter ends, the bridge collapses and all the cards curl in glove boxes.
Supporter here, build permanent peer circles funded through churches and unions. Keep them small and let trust grow at the speed of friendship.
Affirmative duo, your defense now. One responder and one provocateur to test the other bench.
Responder here, peer circles are great and our pilot can seed them because a short course can be the on-ramp to a steady group.
Provocateur speaking, if the negative fears labels, would they endorse the plan under a neutral name with local hosts and no seasonal tagline?
Negative duo, your defense closes this sequence. One responder and one pinpoint critic.
Responder here, drop the season and the imported language, and we will talk about small grants to existing groups.
Critic now, your metrics risk counting attendance instead of trust, and trust does not happen in a 90-minute block.
We reset the flow and reassign the ball to the affirmative for a solo attack.
Solo attack. Teach micro skills like how to decline kindly and how to ask for space, because tiny habits scale faster than personality change.
Negative. A single voice defense. Keep it crisp.
Crisp defense. Micro skills are fine, but once outsiders script them, they stop sounding like us.
Negative. Send a solo attack from a new angle.
Solo attack, calling it harm reduction, suggests a hidden hazard in ordinary courtship, and that frames rural life as risky by default.
Affirmative. One voice defense. Return serve with steadiness.
Steady defense, harm reduction means acknowledging that alcohol, isolation, and miscommunication can mix badly, and preparation beats denial.
Negative. Line up a two-person volley, leader and supporter, then we pivot.
Leader, your plan still trusts a clipboard over a neighbor, and the clipboard leaves when the grant ends.
Supporter, if money exists, fund a rural helpline staffed by locals, open year-round, quiet, and stigma-resistant.
Affirmative. Two-person counterstrike, leader and supporter, lean into practicality.
Leader, we can braid the helpline into the pilot, advertise it during sessions, and train volunteers to answer at peak hours.
Supporter, we also give the helpline a human face at the workshop so calling does not feel like dialing a stranger.
Negative. Two-person defense to close this rotation. One answers, one spots the soft spot.
Answer. The helpline is the real gem, not the season, so scale that and cut the workshops.
Soft spot, your plan risks mission creep, because every new partnership adds cost and confuses ownership.
Affirmative. I am handing you a precision attack from one speaker. Choose a new voice.
Precision attack. Without a kickoff moment, new services stay invisible, and seasonal energy provides a safe excuse to try something new.
Negative. Stand your ground with a single voice.
Ground held, the best excuse is trust, not a season, and trust is built by steady faces in familiar rooms.
Affirmative. Assemble a duo for a rapid combination.
Leader, we set a one-season trial with a community steering group that can shut it down at any meeting.
Supporter. The steering group controls name, venue, examples, and privacy rules, and the NGO is the guest, not the driver.
Negative. Reply with your own duo, leader and supporter, precise and skeptical.
Leader, a guest with a budget still sets the table, so be honest about power.
Supporter, if you truly hand over control, then the community can skip the season and fund rides, which is our point.
Affirmative. Mount a defense with two voices, one responder and one sharp cross-examiner.
Responder, money follows a plan, and a small pilot earns future funds only if locals choose it again.
Cross-examiner, would the negative refuse a pilot that is opt-in, locally branded, helpline linked, and cancelable at will?
Negative, your two-voice defense will answer and then flag a flaw.
Answer. We would review it under our principles, and the default would be steady services first.
Flaw. The promise of cancel at will ignores sunk costs and the pride of program leads who fight to keep a banner up.
We are nearing the midpoint of round 2, negative side, deliver a fresh solo attack from a voice we have not heard much.
Fresh attack. The plan risks moralizing dating with checklists that feel like tests, and people shut down when judged.
Affirmative, a single voice parry, keep it plain.
Plain parry. Checklists are prompts, not grades, and they help shy people say what they already feel but cannot phrase.
Negative, take another solo step forward.
Solo step. A calendar hook still makes private choices feel like a community project, and that chills spontaneity.
Affirmative, reply with one calm sentence.
Calm reply. The goal is safer spontaneity, where yes and no are both easy to say.
Now a broader exchange. Negative team, send a two-person attack, leader and supporter, then we hand it over.
Leader, if you want safer choices, teach them in schools and workplaces year-round, not in winter romance classes.
Supporter, fold the content into driver safety nights, farm co-op meetings, and union halls, because that is where people already gather.
Affirmative pair, your counter, leader and supporter, keep it vivid.
Leader, we can slip a micro-module into those existing nights and still host a winter launch that spotlights local care.
Supporter, the winter launch is simply the town flipping on a porch light so new neighbors know which door is friendly.
Negative, two-person defense, one answers, one digs.
Answer. Porch lights are fine, but lanterns without fuel go dim, so fund the year-round pieces instead.
Dig. Who owns failure if a workshop stirs gossip that hurts a teacher or a nurse?
Affirmative, two-voice defense, direct and transparent.
Direct, the steering group owns the call to pause or pivot, and a code of conduct bans photos and names from public chatter.
Transparent. Any breach triggers immediate suspension and a public explanation, because trust grows only in the open.
We pause the crossfire and move to interim judgment. Judges have spoken, so teams, integrate that guidance as we head into sharper lines. Negative, one last solo attack before we rotate roles again.
Final solo for now. Loneliness is not a branding moment, it is a symptom of lost institutions, so rebuild the institutions.
Affirmative, close this stretch with a one-voice defense.
Closing defense. Pilots are not billboards. They are test kitchens, and a good town keeps what works and tosses the rest.
We return to the sequence at pace. Negative team, prepare a new two-person attack to open the next arc.
Leader, your plan admits a naming problem, which is the canary in the coal mine for cultural mismatch.
Supporter, when the name changes 3 times, people assume the program will not last, and they tune it out.
Affirmative, respond with a duo, one answer and one surgical push.
Answer, the stable name will be chosen by locals on day 1, which locks in language that feels like home.
Surgical push. Commit here that funding follows the local name and the local schedule without external targets.
Negative, your duo defense, one reply and one flaw call-out.
Reply. If funding is truly unconditional on branding, then you have finally met us on principle.
Flaw. Many grants are not that flexible, so show the clause that lets the town lead.
Affirmative, answer with specifics in a two-voice close for this segment.
Specific 1. Write community veto and naming rights into the Memorandum of Understanding and publish it before the launch.
Specific 2, add a kill switch that refunds unspent money to the same town fund, not back to a distant office.
We have covered new ground and sharpened contrasts. Judges will weigh again later, but for now, hold your fire as we shift to rapid renewals in the next exchanges. Before we sprint to the finish, are there angles we missed or points you want on the record?
One more angle. Our pilot contracts would mandate local veto power, transparent budgets, and strict privacy firewalls.
Another angle from us, mandate is only a word until the grant officer leaves town, so show us the enforcement teeth.
The enforcement is simple. Non-compliance triggers an immediate pause and refunds to the same town fund, not to a distant office.
The pause clause is still reactive because harm happens first and apologies follow.
I will open a rapid free exchange. You will alternate by turns, stay fierce and stay clean.
If dignity is the point, dignity is choosing skills without shame, and our rooms are built for that choice.
Choice rings hollow when the town whispers about who attended, and whispers travel faster than buses.
Whispers shrink when rules ban photos, signups are optional, and hosts are trusted neighbors.
Optional signups still sort the town into those who went and those who refused, which divides more than it heals.
Division already exists, and structured dialogue can be the bridge if locals set the tone.
A bridge with seasonal banners looks like a theme park for feelings, and we do not theme our neighbors.
Seasonal banners are a signal flare, not a costume, and they help people find help at the same time.
If signals matter, keep them small and year-round, because strobe lights do not equal guidance.
Small and year-round is the end state, and a winter launch is the on-ramp that gets shy people moving.
On-ramps built on hype wobble when the camera trucks leave, and trust hates wobble.
No cameras, no hype, just community stewards reading the room and adjusting the dial.
Stewards matter, but scripts still smell like scripts when they come from outside printers.
Print them inside, co-write with local teachers and nurses, and publish drafts for comment.
Drafts invite fights because comments become culture wars when romance meets policy.
Silence invites harm, and culture grows when we talk about boundaries with kindness.
Boundaries need practice, not podiums, and practice lives in teams, churches, and barns.
Then fund those places to host the practice nights with our materials as a toolkit, not a sermon.
A toolkit becomes a sermon when the logo is big and the deadline is bigger.
Shrink the logo, erase the deadline, keep the metrics, and let outcomes speak.
Metrics count heads while trust counts years, so your numbers will flatter what has not yet formed.
Our dashboard includes warm referrals, consent comprehension, and complaint resolution, which are more than headcounts.
Dashboards cannot graph humiliation, and one bad rumor undoes 100 tidy charts.
Rumors meet their match when people leave with scripts for safe talk and a helpline that answers at midnight.
Helplines are the best idea you brought, and they do not need winter branding to ring.
They need a launch to be known, and winter is when need is loud and calendars are flexible.
Calendars do not heal, neighbors do, and a quiet ride to a counselor beats any sing-along workshop.
We are not singing, we are coaching language for yes and no, which stops hurt before it starts.
Coaching feels like grading when the town is watching, and simple respect needs privacy, not applause.
No applause, no cameras, no roll calls, just chairs, tea, and a door that opens both ways.
Make the tea year-round and lose the season, and we are close to agreement.
We keep the season as a spark, not a leash, because sparks help cold rooms warm up.
Sparks also burn, and imports of urban memes have singed rural patients before.
Then we do a naming circle on day one and use only words that feel local and plain.
Plain language should include the plain truth that loneliness maps to lost jobs and closed clinics, not missing workshops.
We do not claim to cure the map. We aim to reduce harm at the edges where bad nights become bad patterns.
Edges fray when budgets chase novelty, and seasonality smells like novelty to people who plan around harvest.
Call it harvest of care, and center the work in the off hours when machines rest and workers can breathe.
Wordplay does not mend fences, and fences are what keep privacy safe in small places.
Privacy is the first clause of our compact, and any breach shuts the lights until trust is rebuilt.
Shutting lights after a breach still means someone got hurt, and dignified help should not be a gamble.
We minimize the odds by using peer hosts, anonymous questions, and short, clear scripts that travel well.
Scripts travel well until they hit a joke in a feed store that the script cannot decode.
That is why we co-write examples with locals who speak feed store fluently.
Company writing is the best sentence you have spoken, and it still does not require winter lights.
Winter lights create a common moment. And common moments make it easier to try something new without feeling singled out.
Common moments also herd people, and herds bruise when pushed toward a social corral.
No pushing, no corrals, just invitations and exits clearly marked.
Invitations turn into expectations, and expectations can guilt people into rooms they do not want.
We design the invite to honor refusal, and saying no is treated as a complete sentence.
Treating no as a complete sentence starts in families, schools, and shops, and does not wait for a seasonal flyer.
We agree on the civics, and we add a meeting where shy people can practice that sentence out loud.
Shy people deserve coaches who will still be here next spring, not a caravan that dissolves.
The caravan is dead on arrival, and the locals are the engine with the keys.
Keep the keys, cut the ribbon, and we will vote for broadband and rides before banners and binders.
We will support the rides and the broadband and keep one room warm for skills and referrals.
I am calling time on the heat, and we pivot to final movements with disciplined focus. Affirmative team, deliver your closing in 2 voices. First, the organizer of facts, then the voice to sway our judges.
We showed a modest pilot with local veto, privacy by design, co-written scripts, and a helpline braided into every door.
Judges, this is not hype, but harm reduction, and you can back a trial that honors pride, measures learning, and ends if trust falters.
Negative team, your closing now, 2 voices. First, the organizer of facts, then the persuader aimed at our bench.
We proved that seasonal branding misreads culture, risks gossip, and diverts funds from year-round help like rides, clinics, and broadband.
Judges, dignity is the North Star, and dignity favors steady faces, small circles, and services that last longer than a winter.
Judges, please offer your evaluations with praise and with reasons as you name your decision.
Both teams impressed me with specificity and respect, and the helpline bridge is a keeper either way. My verdict tilts negative because permanence and quiet access outweigh a seasonal push, though I urge the town to adopt the best micro-lessons.
You both protected dignity in distinct ways, and I appreciate the safeguards and the insistence on listening first. I vote negative with a soft edge, because trust in small places grows slow, but I want the rides funded and the consent cards shared widely.
Clarity and stewardship matter to me, and I heard the affirmative move toward local control with real clauses. Even so, I join the negative tonight, because year-round infrastructure beats a seasonal launch in value for money.
By a unanimous bench, the decision goes to the negative team, and we salute your disciplined case. Congratulations to the men's team for the win, and respect to the women's team for a bold and careful proposal.
Thank you to the hosts and our counterparts, because iron sharpens iron and towns deserve sharp tools.
We are grateful, and we hope the rides, clinics, and small circles get funded first, with micro skills folded into everyday life.
We respect the verdict, and we will keep building privacy-first pilots that communities can start and stop on their own terms.
What matters most is safer choices and kinder talk, and we will gladly partner on helplines and local circles.
Our thanks to both teams for candor and craft, and to our judges for wisdom and backbone. To everyone watching and listening to the end, you are the heartbeat of this channel. If this clash sharpened your thinking, please tap like, subscribe, and drop a comment with the next motion we should tackle. If you want to fuel more debates, use the QR code on the lower right of the video, or the link in the description to support us. You will also find links in the description to other shows in completely different series, so explore and enjoy. This is Debate Combats, signing off for now. Take care of each other and join us next time for another fierce and fair round.